Hello and welcome to the base preparations of Chapter 8 from my FE4 0% growth slow turn count playthrough. So Chapter 8 is, it's a fun chapter. It's short, but, well, at least the first half is fun, I should say. Second half's less interesting, but there are a few interesting things going on in this chapter. This castle has the last, castle in the game where where the rescue staff doesn't factor significantly into its completion. I get the rescue staff technically a chapter and a half early because Seti's father's Claude, so he passes it down. So Knote Castle is going to be the last castle that I'm just taking down by normal means. So there's actually, unlike in some earlier chapters, there's a lot going on in the base preparations here. First of all, Celis is selling a lot and getting the hero sword. It's kind of unfortunate that he sells 30,000 gold worth of items while capped in cash, but he really is not going to need it. I'm not even sure what he's going to need cash for in the future, he's going to need to repair the hero sword, maybe. He isn't going to be doing much fighting with it, besides sniping bosses. He might need to exchange the leg ring around a bit, and he may need to either repair a broken prayer sword, I'll get into that gimmick later, or he's either going to need to repair that, or or buy the prayer ring and trade around the leg ring, but he's really quite alright in terms of everything. And if worse comes to worse, I can rig him to do well in the arena, like I'm doing with Daisy, and she's getting as many kills as possible using the broken sword, because while repairing an iron sword for 1k gold seems relatively cheap, it does make a big difference, especially because I am, let's just say, if Daisy had to repair the iron sword one more time, I wouldn't get the item management I wanted going. So here's one of the interesting things in terms of item management that I'm doing here. Layla is buying the Night Ring and the Prayer Sword. Well, the Night Ring because she needs it, the Prayer Sword at one use, because Daisy can't give enough money to her as I need, just because she has to keep on repairing the Iron Sword. So Daisy needs help, but she's pitiful, so she can't kill many enemies alone, which is why I need to give her the Prayer Sword, so that she can clear fights. And it's at one use so that she doesn't have to spend much money, because thankfully if a sword breaks during an arena fight, you can keep on using it until the next fight, so yeah. Which actually I'm skipping a segment of this because all it is Fee attacking with a prayer sword to get it down to one use again. And yeah, rip Marshak, sorry. I don't even know. It's just a guy. I have a mid-fight here, not because he's useful. Actually, he has pretty good stats, but the later part of this generation is so mount dominated, even more than the first. That even though a mid might be pretty useful promoted, why bother? Tristan could maybe be useful too with rigged crits with a hero sword, but I mean, why bother? But yeah, in terms of this chapter, the main long-term goal is really, well, there are three people I want to feed experience to: Jan, Shannon, oh, not Shannon, what am I thinking? Jan, Leaf, and unless I'm not sure if I need him promoted by next chapter, technically, or not, because I'm not sure, I'm not 100% committed on whether or not I'm going to be killing Aryan, because I can either kill him and lose a turn and get the prayer ring, which might be a necessary item later on, or I cannot bother killing him and save a turn. And if I want to kill him, I'm pretty sure I'm going to need LS promoted, but I'll have to see. Chapter 9 is probably the easiest chapter of the run. Like, honestly, it's just such a simple rescue skip with really nothing going on. So maybe I'll just keep that there to make things interesting, but besides that. So yeah, I left some of this in because some of this functions as RNG abuse to set up future kills, but I am going to be skipping some of this. Simply not necessarily. So, unfortunately, Leaf isn't located near here, so I'm going to have to do some of his arena shenanigans later on. He can only make it through the penultimate fight of the arena. He can't actually win the thing. Just because, like, I really doubt there's a way to get him to kill the boss, Zeno. He's just too good, but it's alright because I feed Leaf a bunch of the civilians. Daisy racking up the kills. She won't make it, but it'd be kind of funny if I could manage to promote her on 0%. I'm actually, this is a tangent, but I don't have much to say right now. I'm actually considering it as my next challenge to try and A-rank the game on 0% growths. I'm not sure if it would be possible. Like, as I'm proving in this video, the turn counts would be very easy to hit, but I'm not sure how many people I could get promoted. I would really need to... I'm not sure how I would do it, and this is still a tentative thing. I'm not sure if I'll actually aim towards this goal, but I would, if I wanted to get people like Daisy experience, I would need to take advantage of a lot of gimmicks. I would definitely pair Do with someone, so that bargain is there, which makes easy elite ring passing would be worth the terrible stats. I probably wouldn't pair Tillitue, just because those sub-characters are pretty competent, and with the correct Continue and Wrath rigging, could probably clear most arenas pretty well. I would definitely pair Lex with someone. Maybe even Bridget, just because I think her children would have trouble getting experience. I mean, I don't know, it's all very tentative, but I think that might be an interesting run to try after this one, because, like, I want to keep on playing this game, but not sure what else I'll do. But yeah, here Daisy takes out Zenon. That was unreliable, but she did it. And now the long fight. I'm surprised she doesn't drop her sword on, to be honest, after so long. And yeah, all that money, which gets dumped on Layla. Because for my strategy, she needs Leg Ring and Night Ring, and this actually saves a lot of turns, because having the Leg Ring on Cells doesn't help him at all. He's too weak, having him charge that far ahead is counterproductive, just no real point. And Shannon wrecking the arena, like he always does. It's funny because in one of his most irreplaceable contributions, he isn't even using his signature weapon. I'll be having him play around with. So just to talk about other item management, Celis needs the hero axe, the hero sword for kills. It's in critical to take down Bloom. It's in critical range now, thank God. Crap, I'm forgetting. Yeah. Oh yeah, Oifi needs the light sword and the magic ring to feed a bunch of kills onto because Shan will need it later. And the magic ring, pretty much almost all enemies in this map, like all the unpromoted javelin users, which are very plentiful in this map, he can one round all of them from 2 range with a magic ring due to his 9 magic. So that's really good. I think I get like 25 kills or so in this chapter alone, and there will be a lot more next chapter, so things are looking up. It'll create a very good 1-2 range weapon for Shannon to use once he's jacked up on rings later on. So look forward to that. And once again, the final... I skipped a lot of that. I obviously didn't go through all 50 uses, but allows Layla to win this fight she normally wouldn't, which gives her, if she didn't win that fight, she wouldn't have enough to buy the leg ring, so it was very close, this inside mage. So yeah, later on I'll do stuff. I'll be having Jan do a bunch of return staff spamming, and Finn isn't gonna end up sacrificing himself. I made this strategy a lot more reliable so he didn't have to. Gives Leaf some strength, which will help him clear the arena. Leaf's obviously not going to fight once he has the rescue staff, but Julia's our warper, and I think that's most of what there is to say about this. Was never much to say in these preparations videos. There were a few interesting things like breaking the prayer sword, but I just barely managed to get everyone what they need on time, and thank you, and I'll see you guys during Keynote. That's one of the better chapters of the run, so look forward to that. Goodbye.